I never thought betrayal would come knocking on my door in such a cruel way. For years, I believed I had the perfect marriage. My husband, Daniel, was charming, kind, and always made me feel like I was his world. Everyone admired us, the couple who seemed unshakable. But behind that perfect smile, Daniel was hiding a secret so dark it shattered every piece of my soul. It all began one evening when he told me he had to work late. Nothing unusual, he often stayed at the office past midnight, but this time something in his tone felt different. Hesitation, almost like guilt wrapped in his words. I tried to ignore it. I told myself I was just being paranoid, but deep down, my heart whispered, something is wrong. That night, unable to sleep, I decided to drive to his office. My hands shook as I held the steering wheel, trying to convince myself I was overthinking. I parked across the street and waited. Hours passed. Midnight came. Then I saw him. But he wasn't alone. Daniel stepped out of the building with a woman. She wasn't a colleague. She wasn't just a friend. I could see it in the way he touched her hand, the way he leaned close to whisper something that made her laugh. My stomach turned. I wanted to scream, but instead I froze. I followed them, my heart pounding like a drum of war. They walked into a small hotel. My husband, the man I trusted with my life, walked in with her and didn't come back out. I sat in my car all night, waiting, crying, shaking. The next morning, Daniel returned home, kissing my forehead as if nothing happened, as if he hadn't just destroyed me hours before. But here's the twist. That woman wasn't just anyone. A week later, while cleaning, I found something in his jacket pocket. A photograph. The woman holding a baby. My blood ran cold. Written on the back were words that felt like knives stabbing my chest. Daddy loves you. Daniel. Yes, my husband had another family, a secret life, a child. I confronted him that night. At first, he denied it, said I was crazy, paranoid. But when I showed him the photo, his face went pale. He couldn't hide anymore. He admitted everything. For 3 years, while I cooked his meals, washed his clothes, and loved him with all I had, he was living another life, loving another woman, raising another child. I fell to the floor, unable to breathe. I begged him to tell me why. Why wasn't I enough? Why did he destroy us? His answer still haunts me. He whispered, because she gave me something you couldn't. A child. The world stopped spinning. The air turned to glass shards slicing through my lungs. He knew how much I wanted a baby. He knew the pain of my infertility, the tears I cried every month, the countless hospital visits, the nights I held him begging for hope. And still, he betrayed me with my deepest wound. For days, I locked myself in our bedroom, replaying every moment of our marriage. Every smile, every promise, every I love you, all poisoned with lies. But the story doesn't end there. Weeks later, when I finally gathered strength to leave, something unexpected happened. His mistress showed up at my doorstep, holding her child. She was trembling, her eyes swollen from crying. She begged me to listen. At first, I wanted to slam the door in her face, but then she revealed something that changed everything. She didn't know about me. He had lied to her too. He told her I was divorced, that I was his crazy ex-wife who couldn't let go. He spun a web of lies so convincing she believed she was the only woman in his life. She cried, telling me she thought she had finally found her soulmate, that Daniel promised her a future, promised to marry her once things were settled. And the child? He barely visited, barely supported them. He was living 2 lives, yet truly committed to none. That was the day I realized we were both victims. So instead of fighting each other, we joined hands. Together, we confronted him. For once, Daniel couldn't hide behind his charm. His lies crumbled. His double life exploded in his face. I left him that night. Paper signed, marriage over. But here's the twist of fate. Sometimes betrayal breaks you to rebuild you stronger. Months later, I started therapy. Slowly, the pieces of me came back together. I even found love again, real love, with someone who values me for who I am, not for what I can or cannot give. As for Daniel, he lost everything. His wife, his mistress, his so-called perfect life. Last I heard, he's alone, drowning in regret. And me, I may carry scars, but I also carry strength. His betrayal didn't destroy me, it freed me. Because sometimes the worst heartbreak leads you to the most powerful rebirth. So tell me, if you discovered your partner had a secret family, would you walk away immediately or stay and fight for them? Comment below. I'll be reading your stories.